seeing it here first on RCTV. I'd like you to take a look at this recent press release from NGC. You're going to see it first here on RCTV. NGC signs exclusive signature label deal with Rick Tomaska. Now, what does that mean? That means the coins in this series, they're first graded by NGC, by their team of graders, the best graders on the planet. And then I review them. Now, I'm an expert in these particular series, and so I'm the final judge of what goes into one of these exclusive signature label holders. And once I approve it, I sign off on the holder, I sign my name on it, and it goes into this special NGC proprietary holder. These are NGC's words, they're not mine, okay? The words of NGC, the renowned numismatic researcher and coin dealer joins NGC Authentic Hand Signed Labels program. Numismatic Guarantee Corporation is excited to announce that Rick Tomaska, co-founder of Rare Collectibles TV, has agreed to individually hand-sign certification labels exclusively for NGC. An authority on U.S. proof coins and Franklin half dollars, Tomaska authored 2 books, Cameo and Brilliant Proof Coinage of the 1950 to 70 era, and a complete guide to Franklin half dollars, as well as several other books I should add, which are reference guides that explore different die varieties of these coins. Now, this is the important part in red. According to Tomaska, he has hand-selected the coins being encapsulated with the new Tomaska signature labels. To help collectors appreciate the importance of these NGC Tomaska signature coins, NGC will list them separately in its NGC US Coin Price Guide and NGC Census. And it goes on to explain, NGC is pleased to offer collectors a special way to highlight proof and mint state coins and varieties through this hand-signed labels program from Mark Salzberg, NGC chairman. Take a look at that coin. It is absolutely stunning. Deeply mirrored, haze-free, spot-free. It's exceptional for the date and grade. And that is the whole point of my Signature Series program. Because 20, 30, 50 years from now, it's very important, not just for collectors of today, but for future generations. When they get one of these coins that they know has been reviewed by me, signed off by me, they're getting a coin that's truly exceptional for the date and grade. And NGC will have its own independent population for these coins. If I were to pick one era in proof half dollar production that offered more potential for collectors when it comes to finding really, really exceptional specimens that are affordably priced, it would be those earliest proof Franklin struck from 1950 to 1954. To find those really exceptional pieces, which do exist, they're out there, but they're very hard to come by. And those are the coins I look for when it comes to the Signature Series Franklin half dollars. The most important fact to understand is that the Mint had not made proof coins since 1942. So they resumed proof making in 1950. They didn't have the same crew making proof coins in 1950 as they did in 1942. And back in this early era, folks, proof making was a craft. It had to be something that you learned, that you developed craftsmanship in. Nowadays, proof making is basically done by machines. It doesn't take any craftsmanship. But back then, you had individuals who had to learn how to properly prepare the dies, how to properly prepare the coin blanks, making sure the coins were struck, making sure the dies were properly cleaned, that they weren't overused. All these things went into proof making that had to be learned. And you had people who started making proof coins in 1950 who really didn't understand that. And so you had these earliest proof Franklins, which had incredibly low mintages. Think about this, folks. 1950, they only struck approximately 51,000 proof sets. That's it. That's the total mintage. And Most of them were struck from poorly prepared dies. They were issued in these box sets. Most of them were destroyed in the packaging in these box sets over the decades. Very few survived in really superior condition. In 1951, only 57,500 proof sets were issued. 57,500 Franklin half dollars. Very few survivors in high-grade condition. 1952, 81,980. 1953, 100 to 28,800. And then the last year, this is the final year that they used the all box set packaging. 1954, only 233,300 sets issued. The 1955 year was a transition year at the Mint. They still had a very limited mintage. They only issued, I believe it's 378,000 sets. Yes, 378,200 proof Franklin half dollars were struck. Approximately half of them were issued in the box sets, half of them in the flat packs. So that's a more difficult year to get in high grade than a lot of those later Franklins. And then you get to these earliest years with the lowest mintages. All of them came in these box sets. People working the Mint had not developed the craft, the skills, the knowledge to strike exceptional proof coins. All these things go into making these early proof Franklins so rare in high grade condition. So there were all kinds of problems associated with the series, but it's these earliest years from 50 to 54 that had the real low mintages, and then you had the poorest possible way of packaging these coins for storage purposes. I mean, this is an original box set, shipped third class insured mail. They shipped it like this, folks. Can you imagine that? They go to all this trouble in making proof coins, and they ship them in these cheap boxes, wrapped in tissue paper, in little cellophane envelopes that are stapled together. And if we look closely at the envelope, we can see the staple is rusted. Quite often you would get rust falling into the little envelopes, which would abrade the coins. But most typically, these brittle cellophane envelopes would crack apart, and the coins would fall out of the cocoon of the cellophane envelope, and they'd abrade and they deteriorate in the packaging. So these Franklins that we're offering, these signature series Franklins, not only are high grade, but they're exceptional eye appeal for their date. If you get a 1950 that we offer in proof 65, usually a 1950 in proof 65 is going to have some toning issues. It's going to have some glue spots. That was a major problem on 1950 Franklins. These 1950 Franklins in proof 65 are beautiful, brilliant specimens with tremendous eye appeal. They're works of art. And that's what separates a signature series Franklin from your run-of-the-mill example graded by the grading services in those generic holders. And ending this whole series, the 1954 in proof 68, that is a great value. That is a great value. All these coins in high grade have so much potential. But if you can place just one coin with your client in proof 68, that's at an affordable price, get them one of these 1954s. You have the very low mintage, you have the poor packaging. These coins are so undervalued. If they want to go on to complete their set and get a 53 and a 52 and a 51, well, they can progress on to those coins as well, and those are even rare. They're getting so much bang for their numismatic dollar. That's just a coin with huge, huge potential. These are miracle coins. These are all basically miracle coins to have survived in this condition. And that's how I want you to look at it. You know, understanding the poor technology, understanding the lack of craftsmanship. These were guys that didn't develop the skills until many years later. And then the packaging, which was the cheapest, poorest possible way of packaging these coins. These survivors in high grade are miracle coins that really, really have tremendous potential for your clients. To find these early dates, signature series quality, right now I can't get enough of them. Okay, I wish I could get more of these coins in even proof 65 condition, but getting these coins in proof 66 and proof 67 condition, we can't find them. They're just too difficult to come by in really eye-appealing, high-quality condition. And it's that limited supply in the face of tremendous collector demand that forces the values up. It's all about supply and demand. And when you're talking about really premium, eye-appealing examples for the date and grade, I receive my review and then my signature that go into this pedigree holder. We're talking about a really limited supply of coins.